And here's the big development that's taken place at the G20 as the U.S.-China trade war between the United States and China that will not add any new tariffs on Chinese exports. That's a decision that the United States has arrived upon for now. The two sides have also agreed to restart trade consultations. This comes after U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have met on the sidelines of the G20 summit this morning. The leaders of the two world powers were meeting amidst the escalating trade war. On the agenda, of course, was trade talks and Huawei. At the beginning of the meeting, President Xi mapped the history of bilateral relations. He went on to say that cooperation will benefit both sides while confrontation will meet no one.
48 years ago, in 1971, in a place called Nagoya, just over 100 kilometers from here, Chinese and American ping-pong players participating in the 31st World Table Tennis Championships had friendly interactions with each other. And that marked the beginning of what we now call ping-pong diplomacy. The small ball played a big role in moving world events. And then 8 years later, in 1979, our two countries established diplomatic relations. 40 years ago. 40 years on, enormous change has taken place in the international situation and China-US relations, but one basic fact remains unchanged. China and United States both benefit from cooperation and lose in a confrontation. Cooperation and dialogue are better than friction and confrontation. Recently, Mr. President, you and I have stayed in close communication through phone calls and exchange of letters. Today, I'm prepared to exchange views with you on the fundamental issues concerning the growth of China-US relations, so as to set the direction for our relationship in the period to come and to advance the China-US relationship based on coordination, cooperation and stability.
Trump said that he was open to a fair trade deal and that it would be historic if the two countries could arrive at a common ground.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We have had a lot of time together and we've become friends. My trip to Beijing with my family was one of the most incredible of my life. I've seen a culture that rarely would you see. Chinese culture is an incredible culture. I look forward to working with you. As you know, we've had an excellent relationship, but we want to do something that will even it up with respect to trade. I think it's something that's actually very easy to do. I actually think that we were very close, and then something happened where it slipped a little bit, and now we're getting a little bit closer, but it would be historic if we could do a fair trade deal. We're totally open to it, and I know you're totally open to it. I know all of your representatives. I've been working very hard with my representatives and the representatives of the United States, and I will say that I think this can be a very productive meeting, and I think we can go on to do something that truly will be monumental and great for both countries, and that's what I look forward to doing. And thank you very much for hosting us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Now remember, U.S. and China are in the middle of a trade war. U.S. has imposed $250 billion worth of Chinese goods tariffs. China has hit back with retaliatory tariffs, and in the middle of all this, the Trump administration had gone ahead and blacklisted Chinese tech giant Huawei.